Hello YouTube, welcome back. Another little crack at RImbeards. This one may be a more sustained attempt. The premise here is Twitch chat is going to attempt to teach me to play RImbeards, which, you know, is not beyond the realms of possibility. I've played Dwarf Fortress, for goodness sake. It's not a ridiculous idea at all. Anyway, we start here on the main menu, and I'm seeing some buttons, which obviously do stuff. They click when you go over them and everything. Create world, I've done that before. New colony, obviously go into a game. Load colony, start an old one. Options, pretty self-explanatory. Mods, not really those yet. Credits, wasn't it all one man? No, there were 3 people involved. Wow. Tynan, Piotr and Alistair. Oh, hello. It's scrolling. There could be more. Oh my god, there are. Rapunzel. Menu art Ricardo Tome or Tome. I don't know. It could be either. Additional code by Benjamin Grob. Okay, I think we get the idea. People made this. And quit to OS. Okay. Nice operating system neutral terminology there. Good. So let's create a world. Now, let's use the seed that I put in earlier, the Scoundrelm 0. Now, should I go for a larger sized world, or is that going to impact me negatively later on? I'll tell you what, let's just go hell for leather and not muck around. We'll do 400 by 300, and let's take the number out of that. Just call it the Scoundrel, and we'll generate. Here we go. Generating world. How long will this take? Is this anywhere near as long as Dwarf Fortress? Nowhere near as long. Blimey. Far Algol, also known as the Scoundrel. Let's have a look what we've got here. We seem to have... Oh, we've got zoom control here. Okay. So what's this? This is flat terrain. What's the biome? Desert. Okay. Tundra. Boreal forest. Sounds good. Now, I remember there was advice given last time as to what kind of biome I should attempt. So please feel free, chat, to hold forth on the subject. Don't keep quiet. Let me know if I'm slipping up. But I'm guessing boreal forest or something. Oh no, it was mountains, wasn't it? Mountains with, or somewhere with a full season of growing period all year round. Okay, so 6 of springs and 6 of fall. That's no good. Oh, here's the granite. Yeah, year round. Got granite. And limestone and sandstone, small hills, tropical rainforest. That sounds diseasy. Not sure I want that. Oh, there was a year-round growing. Oh, we're back in the tropical rainforest biome. What's that? Ocean. Not going to be much use for settlement. Boreal forest. Seems pretty cold though. -6 normal average temperature. What about up here? -21. Okay, so it's colder up there. Kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. What's this brown thing? Mountainous terrain. So let's explore this area further around this little mountain region here. We're going to be able to find a year-round growing period near a mountain with lots of ores and stuff so we can start a mine. I know it's, you know, it's very Dwarf Fortress of me to do that, but that's where I grew up. That's how I got into these kind of games. What have we got here? This is an arid shrubland. Doesn't sound good. Well, this has got a year-round temperate forest. Oh, this sounds nice. Granite and slate. Okay, remember that square there. What's this one? This is the tropical rainforest again. Okay, I think I'm going to go here. We have an average temperature of 18.4 degrees C. That sounds comfortable. The elevation is 444 meters. That sounds not so high. Average temperature, pretty good. Temporal forest, mountainous, rainfall 1,892 millimeters, slate and marble, growing period year round. Let's do it. What does this mean? Mode, biomes. Oh, right, I see. So just want to see biomes, just want to see elevation. Let's see full. I see bug colonies. Oh, that doesn't sound good. We'll avoid that. Let's look at the rainfall map. Very beige. Let's take a look at the temperature map. Very orange. Okay, that's good enough for me. Let's save and finish this. I think we've chosen our space. What the figgins? Oh, that was just creating the world. New colony. Okay, so we go in here. Look at the new colony. So we've got to choose the AI storyteller, which essentially is the challenge or difficulty rating. The AI storyteller creates events like pirate raids, resource drops, or animal attacks. Their choices will affect the story of your colony. Cassandra Classic. Cassandra creates story events on a steadily increasing curve of challenge and tension. Okay, sounds classical. Phoebe Chillax. Phoebe gives lots of time between disasters to relax and build your colony, but beware, if she's set at a high challenge scale, she'll hit as hard as anyone. Interesting. That sounds good for me. I mean, I'm new to this. Okay, so Cassandra on Rough. Okay, we'll give Cassandra on Rough maybe a go. Randy Random. Randy doesn't follow rules. He'll generate random events, and he doesn't care if they make a story of triumph or utter hopelessness. It's all drama to him. He doesn't look very jaunty, doesn't he, with his little smiley and frowny faces on his body. Okay, we'll go Cassandra Classic and Rough, because the chat has spoken. And we'll be using Far Algol. And it was over here, wasn't it? This was where we were putting down our roots. Somewhere where there was one square of tropical... here it was. It was around here, wasn't it? Ha 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 ha! Year-round slate and marble. Got any more? Granite and slate? Sandstone, slate and marble? Slate and marble? Marble, granite and sandstone. That does sound a bit better, doesn't it? More of a mix. Limestone and sandstone. I'm going to try this one. Limestone, actually. Limestone and sandstone. Forget it. What's advanced do? Map size? Permadeath mode? No thanks. In permadeath mode, you get one save file and can only save when quitting the game. You can't reload the game to fix mistakes, and when the colony dies, that's it. This is the way RImWorld was meant to be played, with every dramatic turn, whether tragic or hopeful, played out to full impact. Well, seeing as I'm streaming Alien Isolation on Nightmare mode, I may as well stream this on permadeath mode. It's good, cool, right, yeah? Starting season auto, we'll let that go, and then we'll close. We've selected our site. Okay, so... here we go. Oh, 300 by 300 is decent size, okay. Let's go back to the Advanced tab. Ooh. Performance may degrade at larger map sizes. Ludonicerous size is untested and will almost certainly not play well. Okay, good. Okay, well, we'll stick with that one and we'll select a site. Okay, so now we've got to look at our game characters. We've got Smiles the Sailor, Sarah Smiles, Aoi Barrera, and Leo. Oh, Leo Barra, okay, yeah. Oh, Barra and Barrera, not related. Okay, let's have a look. Let's look at Sarah Smiles the Sailor, also known as Smiles. Female colonist of colony, age 53, which is 94 actual chronological years. I get that. It's all about lightning speed travel. Lightning speed? Light speed travel. Right, let's have a look at her backstory. She was a medieval slave. Smiles grew up pulling carts and digging holes on a medieval world. Simple manual labour is her oldest companion, along with the master's lash. She didn't learn to read until age 9. She has +2 construction, +2 growing, +2 mining, and -3 research. Lovely. And in her adulthood she was a sailor. Smiles traversed the oceans on journeys of exploration, seeking out plant and animal specimens from exotic places and occasionally fending off pirates. She loved the sea so much she refused to do all but the barest minimum of work on land, except to sell the treasures she collected. Melee +4, social +4, animals +4, cooking disabled, constructing disabled, repairing disabled. Wait a minute. Disabled? But that's not cool because she's got extra construction and growing and mining, which are all, disabled. That seems like a clash of backstories. Incapable of skilled labour. Volatile, jealous, and heat tolerant. Well, these two would probably generate some heat, so you'd want to be heat tolerant. Let's have a look. Shooting for melee. I think she's going to be a problem. Do we randomise her? Let's do it. Let's randomise her. Go. Okay, so now we have Freya Tail, or Freya Fairwing, also known as Tail. Female colonist of age 41, 126 chronological years. Her childhood was a shunned girl. That's years, not ears, just in case you heard that. Freya was born into a small, poor family. She was bullied relentlessly, beaten and hated. As she grew up, she developed an interest in guns. Oh dear. She usually studied from books, but occasionally managed to get some practice time with the real thing. Freya later discovered a talent for art and began to teach herself how to draw and paint. +2 shooting, -2 social. Is social important? I don't know. After years of practice, Freya was able to enroll into an art university and take her skills further. She sought art industry work after graduating with good grades. She made some progress with private commissions, managing to make a decent living from her art. It is +1 medicine, -1 cooking, -2 construction, but she's good at art and craft. And the medicine's boosted as well. What have we got here? So she's good with guns, not good with social. I mean, they don't seem too bad, a set of traits. She's incapable of mining, but we'll find someone else to do that. So, her traits. Chemical interest. Tally has an unusual interest in chemical sources of enjoyment. She will consume more of them and is more likely to go on binges. That could be good. Brawler. Tally likes to fight up close and personal. Her accuracy is greatly increased in melee combat, but she'll be very unhappy if asked to carry a ranged weapon. Okay, interesting. And psychopath. Tally has no empathy. The suffering of others doesn't bother her at all. She doesn't mind if others are butchered, left unburied, imprisoned or sold to slavery, unless it affects her. She also feels no mood boosts from socialising. But that's okay because she's not very good at it, although that could cause problems. Let's have a look at her skills. She has 10 melee. That's very good, I think. She has a passion and she learns it at a higher rate. Great. Animals 5. Okay. So taming, training, managing, controlling animals is good. Medicine 3 and artistic 12. Okay, so I think we can stick with this one. She seems good. And I see in the chat there, psychopaths have their uses, so we will stick with her. She's got an old gunshot wound in her right leg, but that's okay. Now, should we mix with the name? Let's see. Mr. Mex, would you like to be our psychopathic brawler with a predilection for drug use? Could be good. Let's check out who else we've got first. We've got Aue Barrera. Female colonist at colony, age 28, 33 chronological years. Wow. Barely been born. So she's a medieval slave, and does that conflict with her adulthood experience of psychiatric patient? Barrera spent most of her adult life in an insane asylum. Her industrial homeworld had a poor understanding of mental illness, and she was treated more like an animal than a person. Though she eventually recovered and was released, her experience dampened many of her basic life skills. No cooking, crafting, she can't firefight, doctor, or warden. Interesting. Could be shit. So, incapable of caring, social, and scary. Incapable of scary, what does that mean? She can't be scary, or she can't deal with scary? Well, we'll have to see what that comes out of later. So, she's neurotic. Barrera likes to have things squared away. She will work harder than most to attain this state of affairs, but her nerves can get the better of her. She's cold intolerant, and also gay. Okay, so, great. Mining, growing, these stats don't seem very high compared to Tally. Or Tail, rather, not Tally. I'm getting all Mass Effect-y. Someone good at growing, someone good at construction, and someone good at mining. So, is this one? Artistic, melee, animals. Okay, not so great. Let's randomise Barrera. What do we got? We've got Teddy Grezes, the gardener, 44 and 99. He's an apocalypse survivor. Ted was born during a time of unrest on his homeworld, as climate change threatened mass starvation and flooding. Ted was born during a time of unrest on his homeworld as climate change threatened mass starvation and flooding. As he grew up, the situation worsened. Billions died and peaceful states descended into anarchy. Ted and his parents did whatever they had to do to survive. Or had to survive. Shooting +4. Ooh, sorry about that. -3 artistic, -3 research. Don't care. Gardener. Okay, so on industrial worlds, wealth concentrates in the hands of those who own the factories and sell the goods. Ted worked at the mansion of one such rich family, tending the lavish gardens as part of a team of servants. +8 growing. That's good. We want a farmer. We need a farmer. Smithing disabled, tailoring disabled, crafting disabled, and researching disabled. Meh, don't care about that. So melee 10, pretty good. Growing 12. Ted gets to stay. Ted gets to stay. Who's got a passion for shooting? He hasn't got a passion for shooting. Tally has a passion for melee. Maybe we'll have to get rid of that Tally. She's not that great. She's artistic, good with a knife, but meh. whereas Ted can grow stuff. Let's look at Leo Barrett, the vet. He's a male, age 4773. He's a cave world tunneler as a child. Leo worked as a digger in the massive underground cave complex. He knows rock so well that he can almost navigate caves by smell. -2 shooting, +1 construction, +6 mining. Smithing, tailoring, crafting, and researching all disabled. So how does that all play out? Mining's okay, medicine's okay, but none of these are double digits. I'd like to see some double digits. He's incapable of intellectual and crafting. He's nervous, pessimistic, and a lover of the cold. Sorry, so you just don't have the skill. This one's got 14 melee. Actually, I'm going to randomise until I see some juicy stats that I want. Let's see, what's the one? We want someone who's good at growing construction. Let's look at construction. That's down there. Let's keep going. 7, 6, 6, 1, 4, 2, 2, nothing. 1, 1, nothing. 3, 4, 11. There we go. Double digits. Let's see what we've got here. Vaska Vas Nemor. He's a male colonist, age 51, also 128. He was a fat-grown assassin. Vas was not made as a man, but a cold-hearted assassin. He was bioengineered by scientists and trained as a killer. He was bred to have no emotion, no feelings, and no care for who lives and who dies. He's lazy, abrasive, and a slowpoke. This doesn't sound like a fat-grown assassin. As a mercenary, Vas spent his teenage years as a mercenary, being hired to kill and maim others. He was tall, menacing, and frightening. He could instill fear into the hearts of any man who crossed him and kill anyone he wanted. Shooting, melee, and construction and mining all get buffs. So he's good at shooting, good at construction. That's cool. I'm not sure about this lazy stuff. His work speed's slow. Vas always says exactly what's on his mind, especially if it's bugging him. That tends to rub people the wrong way. Vas is always falling behind the group whenever he goes anywhere. See, these don't... large numbers aren't as important as the flames. Oh, I see. So that's how well they'll learn it. Okay, let's randomise Vaska away. This vat-grown assassin has too many issues. Not much passion here. We've got a passion for medicine. However, he's incapable of intellectual, skilled labour, violent or crafting. Not sure. Here's a passion for mining. He's a pessimist who dislikes women and is psychically active. He was born as a vat-grown soldier, but he grew his life as adult. His life as an adult was as a medieval farm oaf with a passion for mining. Brandon Absurd. This guy is almost too wrong to be left alone. We need to keep this guy. He's got a passion for mining. Not really important. Not really that important. Psychically sensitive is interesting, but the dislike of women and the pessimism. Intellectual, caring and social he's not capable of. He's research, medicine and social out of the loop. Okay, his passion for mining isn't enough. Brandon Absurd, you have to go. This could be a whole stream of just me choosing characters. Jesse Spence. He's 59 and 115. He's an Earth colonist and a sole survivor. Jess lived in a remote colony when mechanoid centipedes attacked his home and killed his people. He was the last survivor. Oh, that's killed his social and artistic skills. That's okay. He's got 13 minutes. Look at this furious love for construction and mining. This guy could go places. Let's see. He's incapable of scary animals, artistic or firefighting. He's iron-willed. Jess's will is an iron shield. He keeps going through thick and thin when others broke down long before. Sanguine. Jess is just naturally upbeat about his situation pretty much all the time, no matter what it is. And slothful. Jess loves idleness and hates anything productive. He moves slowly and rarely stays focused on a task. Well, that one is an issue. Can we afford someone who's slothful but has a passion for mining and construction? That guy's really good, he says. Okay, we'll live with slothful. Would anybody like to claim Jesse Spence's name? Mr. Mex? Would you like to be this guy? Would you like the Jess here to be changed to Mr. Mex? That's an option. Let's think about that while we go to Ted Gardner. Ted Gardner, now you're a depressive brawler. Sounds like a problem. However, you are an excellent gardener. I think we might end up with a big old colony full of crazies. People who are going to hate each other. See, this psychopathic brawler, we've not got many passion. Let's go for the passion. Here we go. So someone with a passion for animals and art, not really useful. Construction, mining and crafting. He's an abrasive gay. But that's not a problem. He's incapable of dumb labour. Well, we're not going to ask him to do dumb labour. We want him to do, well, construction. Is that dumb labour? No. Construction crafting. You seem like a good guy. I like this. He started his childhood as a music lover, which gave him +5 art, -2 social. As a child, Norbert had a talent for playing musical instruments and singing. He was given expert training and loved to perform in recitals and concerts, though the lavish praise he received made him a little self-obsessed. And then as an adult, he became a VR designer. Norbert designed virtual reality simulations for Glitterworld citizens. He paid great attention to the details of his worlds, including learning all he could about plant life to make his landscapes more realistic. So it gives him a little boost to growing. Not much of a passion for growing. It's construction, mining and crafting that really gets him going. Let's compare that to Jess. Construction and mining, but no crafting. But the melee is good. Norbert does not have melee chops. Do we want our 25, 439? This guy's got the biggest disparity in ages I've ever seen. I think we might stick with this guy. Actually, no. Crafting, construction, mining. Shooting is better than melee. Ted the gardener's got to go. He just hasn't got any passion. This guy's got a passion for growing, though. Growing and research. Okay. So, he started as a refugee. Zenth Relin. War broke out in Relin's home when he was a baby. His parents fled with him, seeking safety wherever they could find it. Relin's earliest memories are of being taught how to defend himself. The violence and destruction he witnessed left him scarred for life, so that gives him some shooting skills, which he's probably lost here. As an adult, he was a biosphere manager. Relin lived on a peaceful glitter world where all menial work was done by robots and people devoted themselves to leisure. He managed the plant and animal life of a sprawling park where citizens came to admire the natural beauty. Ah, that's lovely. Animals and growing boosted. See, I think growing and research are good skills. He's heat tolerant, but a pessimist, but we can live with that. Let's keep this guy. The botanist. Okay, so Jess. Jess. My iron-willed, sanguine, slothful construction and mining expert, you're staying. Reland, you're staying. You're a grower and researching expert. And Norbert, construction, crafting. No. What were the 3 things we needed? We needed someone who's decent at cooking. No. Growing, construction and mining. Well, we've got a good constructor and a miner, so that's good. Norbert could be cycled out for something else, although he's passionate about a lot of things. But he doesn't give us much over Jess. Relin should go. Okay, Relin's going. Goodbye. What has he got here? Passion for medicine and melee and mining. Also quite good at mining. As a child, sickly. As a child, Santos suffered from a rare disease. Quarantined in a research hospital, she had minimal human contact and got little physical exercise in the sterile, hospital environment. However, she became very familiar with science and medicine. Santos treated sick and injured animals for a living. Seeing their suffering affected her stance on the practice of eating meat, and for many years she lived as a vegetarian, rejecting the meat-loving culinary tradition of her homeworld. Which affects her cooking skill. Okay, so she's a teetotaler and a psychopath. Okay, that's interesting. That seems quite counter to her veterinarian thing. She's not incapable of anything, though, but she does have an old gunshot on her left leg and a stab scar on her left 4th toe, which is an odd place to have one. Perfect psychopath with no incapabilities. Okay, we'll stick with Buffy Santos stays. Just the survivor. Passion in growing and construction and mining, that's good. And Norbert. I mean... male, female, male. Do we need to worry about breeding? Is Norbert an issue for breeding? Santos and Jess, mind you, Jess is somewhat older than Santos. Chronologically and biologically. You're right, actually. Santos... no, sorry, is it Santos? Yeah, Santos, the crazy vet, is definitely a Hannibal-type character. If only they had psychiatry skills as well. let's see if we can get better. Let's see if we can find better. Let's find the passionate guy. Here we go. Animals and growing. Well, do we have a grower already? We don't have a grower. This person could be good. Female colonist of colony age 56. Vat-grown soldier and inventor. On her homeworld, Key worked as a moderately successful inventor. She developed several minor technologies. Crafting +5, research +2, incapable of caring or social. Traits: ugly and volatile. Key is on a hair trigger all the time. She is first to break in any tough situation. That's worrying. She's good with animals and growing. Key is staggeringly ugly, which socially repels others. Well, is that an issue? I think this will do. We've got a nice spread of passions: construction, mining, medicine, melee, and growing, and animals. Can anyone cook? Cooking 4, cooking 0, cooking 6, and a minor passion for it. Okay, cool. I think we've got our team. Let's do it. Let's start. Well, I'm gonna... Jess... I think I'm gonna make him scoundrel. It's gonna be me. I feel like an Earth colonist sole survivor. It's because I was playing that. Yeah, there we go. Now it's scoundrel. Does that come up? Yeah, scoundrel. Woohoo! Okay. Mr. Mex, you don't get a choice in this anymore. I'm going to make you one of the characters. You're going to be Santos the Vet. Okay. Even though we should call this person Hannibal, but there we go. And Key, Vera Key. Is there anyone in chat now? Speak now or forever hold your peace, or will Vera Key go in as she is, ugly and volatile, with an old gunshot wound to the head and a bite scar to the torso? Bloody hell. You didn't notice the old gunshot wound to the head. That's pretty brutal. We'll see. That probably explains the ugly trait, actually, doesn't it? That's why. She wasn't born that way. Poor old Vera. She's going in. Gunshot wound and all. I've run out of water. And I've got a pretty dry mouth. It took us half an hour. Half an hour to get in here, but we're there. We're there now. Oh, single. Oh, single. Just a little moment. The three of you awake in your cryo-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later you land on this unknown RImWorld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. Okay. Here we are, we're in the pods. Can I rename my people now? Let's have a click on Key. Key, can we... You can click on the notification in the top left of the screen to instantly center the character on the subject. Why is it going off? Oh, it's midnight, that's why. Okay, so Key Inventor. Let's have a look. What does that say? Change how to react to nearby enemies. View information about this object. Ooh, she's an object, is she? Character. Vera Key cannot be renamed. Rename colonist. She can be renamed. Here we go. Single, you hideous beast. There you are. The day has been saved. Okay, so we've got social. Okay, let's get rid of that notification. Colonist Nick. Ah, there we go. Okay, good. Social. So we've got Jessie and Buffy, but apparently Singor is incapable of being social, so you're not on there. Brilliant. Gear. So, oh, I see. No, that's the social relationship of Singor to others. Okay. So we've conveniently crash landed to a little shack with some silver inside. Isn't that good? And lots of stuff has fallen around us. Now, I don't know what to do. I am totally at a loss. This is all new to me. What have we got here? We've got silver, components, silver. Let's hope that our enemies are werewolves. Ah, steel. Steel's obviously going to be of great use. Wood and tortoise. Okay. Not so much a resource as an animal. We've got medicine. Double click on a silver scoundrel. Okay, there we go. Well, hello. Very nice. Twitch be my tutorial tonight. So if I scroll right out and do that, it's either just the local stuff or the silver is just local. Okay, so I get the feeling, if I remember correctly from the last time I played this, the first time I played this, that, oh, got some sandstone chunks as well. I need to build something. This is a sandstone wall. This seems convenient as a place to store stuff, so maybe we'll just start doing that, shall we? Architect, what does this do? Orders, zone area, deconstruct, growing zone, expanded, clear home, expand snow. This is getting very confusing already. Work, restrict, assign, animals. Factions. Oh, there's factions here. Adventurer's Stream, an outlander town. Mayor Lilith Luxembourg. Enemy of the convicts, enemy of the Gauntlet Mosquitoes. So that's the convicts and the Gauntlet Mosquitoes. They're both pirate bands. How about Fisherman's Valley? Enemy of the convicts also. And Marulo Tasca Comparo. They're all hostile, these guys. Okay. So only Adventurer's Stream appear to be friendly, so we'll check them out later. World. Okay, map. History. None. Statistics. Great. Research. Until you build a research bench, your colonists will not actually be able to do research. However, you can still look at research projects now. And a menu. Okay, goodbye. So F to unforbid. So let's do that. Or unsport. What the figgins are these? Wild boar? Wow. And a steam geyser. Okay, so build a room. A room is composed of separate wall pieces with a door. Use the architect menu at the bottom left of the screen to designate, that sounds like combat, let's pause that, to designate where you want things built. Once you designate something to be built, your colonists can do the work when they can. Okay, is the boar fighting us? Are we having issues, or is that just the oinking noise? Is that what's happening? Okay, architect. And what was it? Designate where you want things built. So, structure. Construct steel doors, steel wall. Do I have the material for a steel wall? That doesn't seem likely, does it? Let's try something else. Security. Sandbags, improvised turrets, floors. Ship. Can't build any of that. Zone area. Production. Power. Miscellaneous. Joy. Steel horse ice games, okay, and temperature. Okay, so we can sort ourselves out for temperature. Strip, alarm, trap, open plan, remove plans. Plan, what does that mean? Oh, I see, I can just lay out floor plans. Like that. Okay. And then click that, removes plans. That makes sense. Okay, so we plan to put a room here, and we'll make it out of sandstone blocks. Click on a steel wall in structure. Oh, you beautiful bastard. We could have silver walls. Although I think wood is probably a better bet for now. Probably a more sustainable resource. Oh, no, don't build that there. Don't build that there. There we go, cancel that. Now, what we want to do is build wooden wall in here, here, and here. And we'll keep this sandstone wall as the second wall of the building, if that's possible to do. Okay. Let's unpause and see what's going on here. We obviously want to collect wood, so we'll do that. F to unforbid. Nice. What's this squidgy noise? Is that just people walking on mud? Is that what's going on here? We won't disturb the pigs for now. This is all unforbidden, right? Good. Mind you, this is all forbidden. Let's forbid the sandstone for now. Can we? None of my people seem to be doing anything. I need to build the wall. Oh, okay. Architect. Wooden wall. Ah, that's better. Now we're seeing something. What's that? Survival rifle. Normal. Okay. We'll have that. In fact, let's pick up all this crap that's been forbidden. Even though we really have nowhere to keep it. Because I haven't designated any stockpiles, have I? Let's do that. Zone area. Is that stockpile? Stockpile zone. Hey. There we go. Stockpile zone. People will start doing some hauling, hopefully. That'll be nice, won't it? Maybe I should move my camera. It's obscuring the menu. People can't see what I'm doing. And also, the chat is going over it too. Let's deal with that right now. Global chat can go up here. And my webcam, well, let's just say here. Let's do that for now and see what happens. Seems good enough to me. Yeah, we'll stick with that for now. 3 weapons on the raft. Hunting rifle, handgun, and a knife. What's this? Various. Package survival. There we go. What's this? Steel. Don't worry. Okay, so things are getting collected in and walls are getting built. That's good. So is there anything else I need to be aware of before we start beginning? Ah, stockpiles are getting up quite nicely as well. Now they're obscured by the chat. Damn. Okay, so to force someone to do something. Single, who are you? You're the psychopath, right? You're not the builder. What about me? Am I the builder? I'm the one with the passion for construction. Right click, and what do I do? Select a colonist. Okay, I'm going to equip the pistol. Mr. Mex, you're going to have the knife. Single's going to have the rifle. Because I think Single had the best, right? Okay, buildy. Trees can be chopped, clearly. A steel slag chunk on the ground there. What have we got? What's these little icons down here? Toggle categorized mode on the resource readout. That's a little snazzier. At least for now, we haven't got that much stuff to worry about there. Toggle automatically expanding the home area around new constructions. Okay, let's do that. Toggle room stats display. What does that do? Nothing at the moment. Toggle the beauty display. Displays the beauty of the world, as would be perceived by a character standing where the mouse is pointing. It's not very beautiful round here. Not very beautiful at all. And what's this? Toggle visibility of zones. Oh, I see, so I can see zones or not. What's this? Toggle displaying animal names for tamed animals. Tame named animals. Okay, the work tab is dwarf therapist. I get that. Okay. Let's have a look. So, Mr. Mex, anyone who can doctor. Oh no, Scoundrel can do it too, but we'll leave that to Mr. Mex. And this moves them up to the priority. Okay, this is interesting, if a little confusing. Are all skills accounted for? Looks like it, that's nice. Or is this just the skills we have? Manual priorities. We'll leave them working for now. I think they can manage their own affairs enough while I continue this. We're going to build this place here. And then you can configure how colonists should automatically respond to threats like predatory animals. Choose from flee, attack, and ignore modes in the assign menu. Okay, so Mr. Mex. Anything, worker, soldier, nudist. What? Okay. So when you respond to a soldier, you should allow rotten headgear, personal shield, pants, t-shirt. What? Oh, so this is the gear he gets to wear when he sees something. Okay, I get that. I get that. Are we managing outfits, are we? Set up a few splitting boxes. Hello, HV metal. Or heavy metal. I don't know what you were intending when you wrote that. I couldn't possibly know. I'm not inside your head. But I hope I pronounced it right. Sleeping spots. How do I go about that? Manual priorities. You can set up complex job routines by setting them priorities from 4 to 1. 1 being highest priority. Okay. Well, let's deal with the sleeping spots thing. We've nearly built the room. And need colonist beds. You have more colonists than you have colonist beds. Someone will lack a place to sleep. Either make more beds or change a prisoner bed to a colonist bed. If you have no resources, sleeping spots are free and can be placed instantly. Okay, I'm assuming that's the architect. Let's have a look. Is that Enjoy? It's not Enjoy. Misk. Marriage spot, party spot, steel sarcophagus, grave, tool cabinet. I can make them all sleep in graves. That would be cheery, wouldn't it? They'd love that. Zone area, sleeping spot. No sleeping spot. Structure. Furniture. Ah, steel bed. Let's make a wooden bed. We've got more wooden beds. How do I rotate it? Can I rotate it? Mouse? No. Middle mouse? No. Oh, Q and E. It's written on the screen. I could just look at the screen. Okay. So we've got one there. One there. And one there. Also, let's get this tree chopped down, shall we? How do I do that? Mr. X, take this in hand, would you? No? Single? No. I'll do it myself. Apparently not. Ah! Chop wood. There we go. Chop. Let's get all these trees that are inside the building chopped down, because we don't want them there. Have we got a roof on this bad boy? Ah, I need to build a door. That's a very good idea. Let's do that. Let's find a door. That'll be in structure, right? Steel door. Nope. Wooden. Thank you very much. You can assign a tame animal to be trained in specific skills on its training tab. Animals can't be trained continuously. They need time in between training sessions. There we go. Put wooden doors on all these. Pull that away, please. What's this? We don't want the steel slag chunk, do we? That's no good. Oh, can I put floor down under the beds? Is that going to work? Let's have a quick look. Structure. No. Orders. No. Let's see. Floors. There's a whole category for floors. Wood floor. That could be good. They seem cool with the idea. Okay. We might just be about to meet our first goal. We'll have to see. I like this wibbly wobbly space music. It's very good. Come on, put some doors on this bad boy. The free building we were given. Hey, someone was cool for mining as well. I remember that. Will we find anything interesting here? What have we got? Compacted steel. Well, that sounds useful. So, L mines. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to take out this whole area. Doing it one square at a time is perhaps not the best, but it'll do for now. There we go. Hopefully that'll get done. We'll be able to collect up some of this stuff. Have we got this? What about this? What's this over here? A limestone chunk. I'm not too worried about that now. You need to build a door in order to put a roof on a sandstone building. You have to claim the walls. Architect orders claim. Architect orders claim. Is that right? Okay, cool. We've claimed it. It's all good. Architect orders mine for mining paintbrush. Okay, orders mine. Okay, so now I have a paintbrush and I can say just kill this area. Cool, that's good. Okay. Need a spot to take chunks too. Okay, well this is my still house at the moment, but is that too much? Oh, they're going to need processing, aren't they? What's this? Steel? I'll have that, thank you. More silver. I'm sure we can build lots of stuff out of silver, that'd be nice. Oh, the bed's unowned. Don't reinstall. Set owner. Mr. Mix. This one can be for me. This one can be for single. Oh, sorry. This one can be for single. What the funky dickens has happened now? Wooden bed. There we go. I had the wrong thing. Wooden bed. There we go. Assigned to single. There we go. We've all got somewhere to sleep under a roof with trees under it as well, which is an interesting proposition, but okay. Ah, the beds are all getting installed now. That's good. Architect zones, dumping zones. Okay, we'll have a look in there. We'll set that up now, even though there's clear evidence that's a bad idea. Dumping stockpile zone. Okay, we'll put that here, I suppose. Seems good and only. It's nice and close. Oh, I see. They would have claimed it anyway. Never mind. We've done it now. Start growing some plants, i.e. potatoes, and maybe some healing herbs. Okay. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. I'll set a growing zone. So, let's... Is this good? Let's do a 6x6 for now. And then we can expand as needs drive us. What's that? A squirrel? Okay. And a boom rat. Where have all the boars gone? I didn't train them. Okay. Okay, we can tame and hunt these boars, and I think taming them is the option we want, because we can build a fence, put them in, and pop, there you go, Bob's your uncle, a colony of boars. Okay, everyone's sleeping, that's good. Let's put the speed up a bit, until everyone wakes up. Actually, I could designate some jobs while I'm here. Let's set up another building. Let's set up another building. Architect, structure, wooden wall. Yep, we'll stick with the wooden wall. And I'm going to continue. Is there any downside to anything I should consider while building rooms? Should I be thinking about numbers of doors or sizes or anything? Floors. We'll have another wooden floor in here, please. And oh, we haven't got enough wood stored. That's okay. We can get around to getting more wood. Chopping trees down shouldn't be too simple. Shouldn't be too difficult, rather. Okay, click on the growing zone to set a type of plant. Okay, and check the work tab to make sure someone is set to plant cutting to make them cut, harvest wild trees, plants. Okay, so we'll do that after I've set this door to be built. Is it security? It's not security. Is it furniture? It's not furniture. It's in here. Wooden door. Pop. There we go. Okay, so onto the work tab. Do we definitely have someone to plant cutting? Plant cutting. Plant cutting. Plant cut. Yes, me. I am set to plant cuts. Cut plants, rather. That would make more sense to say them in the correct order. Okay, so that's good. Let's speed things up again. Get everyone woken up. Actually, I'll designate some trees for chopping. Got a good old swathe of trees here for the old chopper-rooney. Is that going to be enough? Clearing some space for construction as well while we go, so that's good. Nice. Okay, so back to high speed. And play. There we go, single. First out of bed. Good for you. Where are you off to? Off to get some food. Right, now we click on the growing zone. Where is the... there's the growing zone. Okay. So, rename, hide, delete, allow sowing. Plant potato plant. Yes, we'll plant potatoes. Someone else needs to chop trees as well. Okay, work. Plant cuts. So. Oh, sorry, single is cutting trees. Not scoundrel. In fact, we'll set everyone to it for now. Get those trees cut. That one needs cutting. Is it F? No, it wasn't. It was Y, wasn't it, to cut trees? Here we go. Choppy chop. Even more designation. We'll get that little room built. We can designate that as something else. And continue our expansion. We're going to have to get that growing soon, actually. Who's our grower again? Well, work. Grow. It's me! Okay, that's why I can't be the chopper. Excuse me. Nobody's able... Oh, why is single mining when clearly Mr. Mex has the passion? We don't need to worry about that for now, though. That mining designation up there was probably foolhardy. He's just going to distract people. What's Single up to? Going for a walk. Oh, brilliant. Excellent news. The scoundrel's sowing seeds, so that's good. I wonder if they're the seeds of love. Tears for Fears sang about that. A boomalope. Doesn't sound good. Anything with boom in its name is usually an issue. A ship chunk. Oh, that's convenient. I don't think I'll be harvesting that just yet. I'm not sure it's useful. Architect, production, butchering table, fueled kitchen. Okay. Okay, so that's what I'm going to put in here. Architect, production, butchery table, steel butcher's table? I don't think so. Oh, it's got to be silver or steel. Well, we've got an abundance of silver, so maybe I'll make it our silver. Silver also known to have antibacterial properties. Neither enough wood nor silver. Crap. to hold on to that one. Let's have a look. Can we make another butcher? What's about steel? Got enough steel? It does take a lot less steel, doesn't it? Okay, put steel on it. Fueled kitchen, fueled kitchen, fueled kitchen. Is that somewhere here? Steel, simple research bench, fueled stove. There we go. Can go. There. Okay. Hello, crazy FYI. What? How are you doing? Good to see you again. Tell me, is it the RImWorld that draws you in? Okay, so far so good. We've got this nice area designated. We need more wood before it can be constructed, but is anyone chopping it? Singor's certainly moving it. Oh, he's chopping it here, that's good. And he's taking it straight to where it's needed. That's also good. Good thinking, Singor. Is he building the stove first? She's building the stone first. Interesting choice, but okay. Do what you think is right. Although somebody build this door so we can get a roof on here. What's the cat? Notorious. Notorious. Interesting name for a cat. Can it be trained? Social, let's have a look. It has a bond with Buffy. Buffy, Mr. Mex Santos. Can it be trained? It hasn't been trained. It can be slaughtered. It has needs for food and rest, and its health is apparently okay. Can't train it? No. Can't train cats. That's ridiculous. Can you train a hare, though? You can tame it. Maybe we should set someone to start taming these boars. There's only 2 of them I can see now. 3. Okay. But they seem to be wandering off, and I'd like to keep them. A slate wall. Intriguing. More ship chunks. Oh, some more buildings down here as well. They could be claimed. Got slate walls. Steel wall. Oh, okay. This RImWorld is not as primitive as I first assumed. Sandstone wall. What else we got? What's this? Limestone. It looked like it was moving. Okay, it's just a funny shadow. Don't panic. Ooh, look at that. Another little building. Interesting shape. Built out of steel as well. Apparently no door. Interesting construction choice. Oh, look at these. These look tasty. Does. Bucks. It's just regular deer.